The greatest basketball player of all time had the NBA's top salary only twice in 15 seasons, but a historic Nike deal, an investment in a floundering NBA franchise, made him the world's richest athlete with a $2.1 billion fortune. Michael Jordan earned $90 million during 13 seasons with the Bulls and 2 years with the Wizards, plus another $4 million from the Bulls when he sat out to play minor league baseball. It wasn't until his 12th season with 4 NBA titles and MVP awards that Jordan was finally awarded the league's top salary. He got $33.1 million the next year before retiring at the end of the 97-98 season. And while the NBA made Jordan famous, his sponsors made him rich. He earned $1.7 billion in endorsements off the court and still represents top brands in retirement. Nike was by far his biggest money earner. Jordan's initial 5-year deal signed in 1984 was worth $500,000 annually plus royalties. Nike built the Jordan brand into a massive standalone business. Nike's share of the U.S. basketball performance shoe market, which includes the Jordan brand, was 86% in 2019. Jordan's take from that last year, $130 million. In 2006, he bought a minority stake in the Charlotte Bobcats, which have since been renamed the Hornets. He took majority control of the team in 2010 in a deal valued at $175 million. He eventually raised his stake to 90%. Jordan cashed in some of his Hornets equity in September when he agreed to sell roughly 20% of the team at a $1.5 billion valuation. While the Hornets are by far Jordan's biggest investment, he's invested in Sports Radar Gilster Music and Axiomatic, the parent company of Esports quad team Liquid, recently valued at $320 million. And on top of that, his stake in tequila brands and Coro, his investment in the MLB's Miami Marlins, his partnership in Cornerstone Restaurant Group, lest we forget his ownership of a car dealership in North Carolina, Jordan's diversification has secured him quite the fortune. Most billionaires have lost money between 2019 and 2020, but not MJ. In the last 12 months, his net worth has shot up $300 million thanks to a higher value of the Hornets and $150 million in earnings largely from Nike. Here's how Michael Jordan spends his billions. Restaurants. He owns several establishments across the country, including 1000 North in Jupiter, Florida, and Michael Jordan Steakhouse, which has locations in Connecticut, Washington, and Chicago. Another one of Jordan's restaurants in Chicago is simply named Michael Jordan's Restaurant. Real estate. He spent $12.8 million to build his dream house in 2012, a 28,000 square foot mansion equipped with 11 bedrooms, a pool house, a 2-story guardhouse, and a basketball court, of course. Along with his Jupiter compound, Jordan owns both a lakefront property and a luxury condo in Charlotte, North Carolina. He also reportedly owns a winter getaway property in Salt Lake City, Utah. In Chicago, Jordan has a man in Chicago's Highland Park and is currently on the market for $14.8 million. Finally, Jordan has a $2.8 million house near Charlotte. Transportation. When MJ was first drafted by the Chicago Bulls, one of his very first expensive purchases was a collection of 7 Mercedes and Pontiacs for his friends and family members. Jordan has been spotted in everything from Ferraris to Land Rovers. He also owns a Nissan dealership in Durham, North Carolina. He owns a Gulfstream G550 private jet that's painted Carolina Blue Bears, the junk mail logo, and a call sign of N236MJ. If he's traveling by sea, Jordan typically charters a 230-foot yacht called Mr. Terrible. And don't forget about the 80-foot Viking Yacht Company fishing boat he keeps in his marina for quick day trips. Tech companies. He was reportedly one of several celebrities who invested heavily in Gipster, a Silicon Valley startup connecting companies to freelance software developers, designers, and project managers. According to the tech database Crunchbase, Jordan is also an investor in Sports Trainer, the world's leading supplier of sports and betting-related live data. Divorce. In 1989, Jordan married Juanito Vanoy, but after 17 years of marriage, they divorced in December 2006. In the two's divorce settlement, Jordan was forced to fork over a staggering $650 million. Philanthropy. In 2016, Jordan pledged 2 large donations to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund and the International Association of Chiefs of Police into the Institute for Community Police Relations. Jordan donated $7 million to fund 2 Novant Health Michael Jordan family clinics in Charlotte. A year later, he donated $2 million to Hurricane Florence relief efforts. Jordan has also donated to the American Red Cross, Make-A-Wish, Friends of Children, and in 2015 distributed $8.9 million to 23 different Chicago-based charities benefiting the city's children. Golf. He built his own private golf course, Grove 23, the Roman numerals. Jordan's uber-exclusive private golf course opened in the fall of 2019 in Hope Sound, Florida. The course, from its layout to its features, screams luxury, and Jordan gets around in style in his custom Carolina blue golf cart. Gambling. We know the stories about his playing days that Jordan's a famous gambler. In 2011, a fan bet Jordan $500 he couldn't hit the green in one shot on a par 3 at the American Century Golf Championship. Of course, Jordan hit the green and calmly went to retrieve his winnings. Security. Jordan never travels overseas without a security team, which sets him back a cool $1,000 to $1,500 an hour. Jordan also keeps some of his most valuable possessions in the safe that goes into a security shutdown after 10 failed attempts at a combination. Lawyers. Jordan has a high-powered team of attorneys who keep a tight grip on his franchises and copyrights just in case companies try to appropriate his name or likeness without his permission, which definitely happens from time to time. In 2015, Jordan won a court case against a grocery store chain who used his name in an ad for steak without his permission and was awarded close to $9 million. Then in 2016, Jordan won a case against a Chinese sportswear brand that was using his name without his permission. How would you spend your $2 billion? Drop your views in the comments section, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.